Hello and welcome, David Baker. Welcome to the Wisdom for Life podcast. We're glad that you're here. It is June 27th, Monday, 2022, the year of our Lord. And as you know, Monday, we give you something to teach your children. So very, very important lesson today. Have I ever told you that before? Have I ever said, this is the most important lesson? Every lesson? Yeah, just about. By the way, when we are teaching, we ought to feel like it is the most important thing. If you portray to them, this point's not really that big a deal, then guess what? It won't be that big a deal. Everything the Bible teaches is important, and especially these principles that we teach our children are of utmost importance. All right, this one is. It's on labor, work, diligence, okay? Labor, work, and diligence. If there's one thing our kids must know is to work hard. If they don't, they will not be good students. They'll not be a good athlete. They'll not keep a good job. They'll not be able to do well in the military or do well in the ministry, okay? It doesn't matter. Work is important no matter what you do. And again, I know wisdom is the most important and all the other things I've taught, but this thing we have tried so hard to help our children to be able to know how to work hard because it's going to affect everything. Their marriage, their life, their kids, their work, their job, their finances, their home. It's going to affect everything. So they must learn how to work hard. All right, here we go. Day one. Remember, pick one of these verses as a memory verse to teach it to your children. The memory verse for the week. All right. If you work hard and are righteous, you'll tend to life. Proverbs 10:16, the labor of the righteous tendeth to life. The fruit of the wicked is to sin. So two things. If you labor and you're doing right, then you'll have life. Tendeth to life. People say, boy, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Okay, you understand that? It's not luck. You work hard, you're blessed. And that's what it's saying. The labor of the righteous. Do right, work hard, and it'll tend to life. You'll have a good life. Day two. If you work hard, you'll increase, but not to be rich. If you work hard, you'll increase, but not to be rich. So I got three verses to go through on this point. Proverbs 13:11, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. I tell people all the time, look, you don't need a job. You need to work. Even if they're not paying you, even if no one hired you, go work. Go find a church. Go find a widow lady. Go find somebody you can empty their gutters, pull the weeds, mow the yard. You need to work because God said he will bless you by your labor. Okay? Wealth gotten by vanity. You make money gambling, lottery, playing cards, whatever. You make money that way, it'll be diminished. But if you labor, you'll increase. Proverbs 10:4, he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Slack, okay, it's that limp-wristed, slack hand. You shake someone's hand and they don't squeeze it. They don't, oh, no, stop, ugh. If that's how you deal with work, wimpy, slack, lazy, you're going to be poor. But if you're handed diligent, hard working, strong, strength, you'll be rich. You'll be rich. Okay. And the last one to put the balance on that, Proverbs 23:4, labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Okay. We're not to labor to be rich. Labor to work, labor to obey God, labor to take care of our family, but don't labor to be rich. Okay. If your end all is to be rich, you will be empty. You'll be empty. Even if you make money, you'll still be empty, okay? Nothing wrong with being rich, nothing wrong with having and using and distributing and giving and helping, but you do not want to labor to be rich. All right, day three. If you work, you will profit, but if all you ever do is talk about it, you'll be poor. I love this verse. Proverbs 14:23. In all labor, there is profit. That's simple. In all labor, there's profit. All labor. You're working, even if you're not getting paid. In all labor, there is profit, okay? And so it is important. So, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury, okay? Penury is pennies. The talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. You're going to be poor. You're just going to have pennies. How come? Because you talk all the time, all right? And so if you work, you'll profit. If all you do is talk about it, you'll be poor. Very good. Son, stop talking, get to work. Stop talking, get to work. Stop talking, get to work. Big deal. All right, day four. The slothful refuse to work. Proverbs 21:25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, but his hands refuse to labor. The desire of the slothful. Oh boy, they have all this desire. I want to get this and get this and get this and get this, but his hands refuse to labor. That's what's going to happen. Okay? He's going to have nothing. He's going to have nothing. All right, day five. Think prepare about work and blessing. Proverbs 21:5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of everyone that is hasty, only to want. So think about work, think about plan, organizing what needs to be done. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but everyone that is hasty, only to want. Proverbs 24:27. Prepare thy work without, make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterward build thine house. Okay? So that is what you want to do. Prepare, think, work, plan, do all of that stuff. That's what you want to do. That's what's going to bless you and give you what you need. Okay? All right, day 6, work hard and take care of what you have. Proverbs 27:23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. Okay, work hard to take care of what you have. Some people, they have, but then they just want. And they don't care. They don't take care of what they have. You see people like that all the time. Boy, when we were a kid, bicycle, you put it up. You didn't leave it in the rain. You took care of it because you weren't getting a new bike every year. I had one bike. I mean, a junky, nothing, used rust belt thing that I learned to ride my bike on, and then I got a bike. Ooh, and one new bicycle. And I had that till I was in high school and bought my own 10-speed. That was the bike. That was a bought. Not, oh, you get a new bike every year. No, take care of what you have so it will last you. And then day 7. A person will not work, waste his life. Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful in his work is a brother to him that is a great waster. Okay? You're just like someone, you're going to waste your life. Slothful in his work. All right, some practical things on labor. Make sure your kids have work in the house that they're to do. Make sure they have work. If you live on a farm, then there's no shortage of work. If you live in a smaller house in a small yard, there may not be as much to do. Find stuff. We moved from a 350-acre farm to a 1-acre house in a cul-de-sac. Yay, this is awesome. This is easy. Not my dad. My dad rented 4 or 5 lots at the bottom of the hill and started a gigantic garden and found a farmer at work who would put us boys to work, walking fields miles long of corn and soybeans. And how come? My boys need to know how to work. That's such a big deal. Okay. Find work, make work, have work for your boys, for your kids. It's so important to be able to have that for everything that they do in life. Okay. They ought to learn it from you. They ought to see it. It ought to be fun. It ought to be work. It ought to be not something that is a drudgery. Son, this is going to bless and help and make your life the rest of your life. My kids, thank God for them. They work. They know how to work. They're hard workers. They're good workers. They're solid workers. I mean, I've had some of my kids that have 2 and 3 jobs, and we enjoy life. It's not, all work and no play. But boy, it's time. It's work that needs to be done. And they do that. When my kids get home from one job, then they go do some other work. We have a shop. They get home from one work. Now they go work on something else. And when work is your play, you'll never work. Okay? When work is your play, you'll never work. Don't ever discipline the kids by making them work. Work is not a punishment. Work is life. Work is good. See all the good things about work in here. Don't punish your kids with work. It's not a punishment, okay? They'll get the wrong idea of work. When they're little, what are all their toys made out of? A little lawnmower, a little kitchen sink, a little bed or bread bakery. It's all things that they see us do that are work, and kids think it's fun until we spoil them with it. Oh, you did this bad. Now you got to work, okay? It shouldn't be that way. You don't want that. And then don't think they got to get paid for everything. Oh, if you pay me, then I'll do this work. No, you eat. You live here. You're not getting an allowance. Now, we've talked about this before. We'll create work things for our kids that are extra so we can teach them how to work to make money, how to save and give and things like that. But you need to look at your children and say, okay, are they good workers? Be honest. Be honest. Are your kids good workers? Well, they're only 8. They're only 10. They need to play. Really? Well, it's summer vacation. They work so hard throughout the year. What? No, it wasn't summer vacation. It was summer in the fields. If they'd have had if they'd had school in the summer, the parents wouldn't have sent them because they need them in the fields. So they just took off. Not summer vacation. That's when they went to work in the fields. No, your kids don't need summer vacation off. You will destroy them. Be lazy, selfish bums that rely on mom and dad to take care of everything. No. Our kids started working, started getting their own money, started buying things that they wanted that were important. Hey, we are training them to be adults, not children. All right, that's enough on that before I start preaching, okay? But it is important. Look seriously, analyze where your kids are at and see, are they good workers? What do I need to do to fix that and change that? It will affect the rest of their life, and it'll affect the rest of your life. Because if they don't work, they're going to be poor, and guess who they're going to come to? And that's my little Oswald. I need to take care of my little Oswald. And you will the rest of your life, and they'll mooch off you and use you. You don't want that. All right. Hey, God, see you next time. Take care.